Greetings and welcome everybody to Swing at Sway. Here we are again. So, have we anyone here joining us on the show?
Indeed, we've got Sue who's joined us, who is ready to dance, and we've got Emma who's tuning in from cloudy Kent, and Katrine who's joining us from sunny Sweden.
Fantastic.
It's rather cloudy here.
What I notice about the weather, it keeps changing. One week we say it's sunshine, and the next week we say it's cloudy. There's no consistency in the weather.
I
It's
thought
outrageous.
it was just to make the show interesting.
Well, yes, because here in England we do like to talk about the weather.
We do.
It is a hot topic of conversation, scintillating, vibrant, lively, fascinating, and really is a great way to start the show.
Yeah, and to shine in society.
Exactly. But I think more important, I have a problem that I need helping with.
You do?
I have a problem.
I don't think this is the Agony Aunt show.
This is not the Agony Aunt show. Well, we need an Agony Aunt. I'm confused if this is week 67 or 68 of our shows.
Oh, well, I've got written down 67.
You've got written 67. So I've got written 68. But that's why I got confused.
Where did you go wrong?
Where did I go wrong? So does anyone know what show we're on? Because I'm totally confused where we are.
I think it's 67.
You think it's 67?
But when you said it was our 60th, I thought it was the 61st. So maybe we were already adults.
Well, you're confused, that's for sure.
I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know.
Who
Anyway.
knows? What is clear, what is sure, is that today the show is about...
It's iconic venues for dancing USA. Because last week we did the UK, and today we're going to do the USA. Now, I would talk about iconic venues in the rest of the world, except I don't really know about many. So
We'd love to hear about iconic
Yes.
venues wherever you are, maybe in sunny Sweden, or maybe in Kent, or maybe wherever you're tuning in from. Tell us the stories of your local venues.
Yeah, well, not current, not today, but the ones where you would have danced if you'd been a dancer back in the 1930s and 40s.
Yes.
So where would you have gone dancing in the 30s and 40s? The big places, the real sort of
Where the cool
rock and
cats
roll
would
places, where the cool cats would hang out. Now, talking of cool cats, here we are.
Oh, I was going to say the weather reports continued. We've got hot and muggy in Frankfurt. Thank you, Gregory, and welcome back on the show. And Lynette says on average, it shows 67.5. I think that's an excellent compromise, Lynette.
Lynette, are you a diplomat or something? You must be a diplomat, a true diplomat. 67.5.
I thought you were talking about the temperature, but I thought that's rather hot, isn't it?
Right. Oh, so what have we got happening over there? We've got lots happening on Facebook.
We have Leslie, we've got Ellen, we've got Tony joining us on Facebook, and I'm sure there's more of you that we can't see because we can't see everybody on Facebook, but we are seeing your likes and your hearts, and we love them all.
Fantastic. And where are you all from? So let us know where you're from.
I'm French.
Thank you, Anna. I should say Anna. Thank you very much. Anna, thank you very much. And we have Lizzie from,
hello.
I know you're from
Lizzie,
Brighton, so I know that. Watching with all the family, I hope. Brighton had the Regent Dance Hall. Ah, nice.
Where was
now,
that?
Was it big? How many thousands could it hold? That's what we're interested in. How many thousands could it hold? And Richard, Sudbury-on-Thames, fantastic. Sunbury-on-Thames, I do apologise, I haven't got my glass on.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
I've got the advantage.
Okay, well, let's find out more about that when we come back from having got these people up dancing a little bit.
Yes.
Because it's time to participate. It's participation time.
Woo.
If you don't participate, 10 push-ups. Either way, you're going to do some exercise. Here we go, everybody up.
Oh, Clacton-on-Sea has joined us. Everybody's here.
Oh, it's very exotic. We have an exotic
Very
crowd,
exotic.
haven't we? We've got Brighton, Clacton-on-Sea. I noticed we've got a coastal clientele.
Yes.
Very nice. Now, today we are going to do the Stroll à la Diamonds and from the 1950s. Now,
The Stroll.
This is the Stroll. And some of you might say, but it's a line dance, and it was. You'd have the boys lined up on one side, the girls lined up on the other side, because that's what they did back then. Not today, but that's what they did back then. And we're just going to show you the same step. We're going to take our left foot and we're going to go across, uncross, and cross. That's the first step. We then do a grapevine to the left. We go step, behind, step. Are you with me so far? Or are you with the woolage? Oh, old jokes. Right, so one more time. We go left foot, point and cross. Point, left, behind, left. We now take our right foot and repeat. Point and cross. And point, side, behind, side. One more time. 1, 2, 3, side, behind, side. 1, 2, 3, side, behind, side. Oh yeah, we're strolling now. A side, behind, side. 1, 2, 3, side, behind, side. Now, when you watch the clip, there's an original clip of young kids doing this, teenagers.
Like
and,
us.
Yes, like us.
Young kids like us.
Like us, yes. Good job I haven't got my glasses on. Some of them do...
What do you mean you don't have your glasses on?
Well, because I can't see these young kids. So some of them do step in front, but I think they made a mistake. But there we go. That's what happens when it's live on TV, as it was back then. So should we try that to music?
Let's
The first
try
step.
that. Okay.
First step, the stroll. Are you with us?
Do you have any good music for us, Simon?
Well, it's the stroll.
It's the Stroll.
And this is
How
by
appropriate.
The Diamonds,
The Diamonds.
as they say in France. The Diamonds.
Oh, it's very cool.
Let's get a groove. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, step behind, step. 1, 2, 3, step behind, step. Oh yeah, we got this.
Come, let's go.
Step behind, step. 1, 2, 3, step. One more time.
Now turn around, baby. Let's go once more. I feel so good. Take me back.
Right, quick, rush over to your computers right now and give us a thumbs up if you got the first step. Rush to the computers, I want to see some thumbs up if you got the first step. I think they're all sitting there having a cup of tea.
Probably. And sometimes, oh, you got one thumbs up.
Fantastic. Just one. Oh, well.
One that I caught, what I could see.
One that you can see.
Oh,
okay.
there's more thumbs up coming
Good.
through.
Good.
More.
So lots of thumbs up if you got the first step. Second step is based on the camel walk. Now, this is not the 1913 version. This is not the 1930s version. But this is the 1950s version. And I'm going to start on my left and I go step behind, step, right behind, step, left behind, step, right behind, step. So let's turn around. Now, I'm going to start on the left, you're going to start on the right foot,
Yep.
and we're going to go step behind, step, step behind, step. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Uh-oh.
We haven't got a very long space.
No, we don't.
Because what used to happen is, we would actually, I'm going to get you that side.
From the
So
long
we would-
line.
Yeah, from our long
boys and
line,
girls.
we'd be going, 1, 2, 3, step behind, step, 1, 2, 3, step behind, step, 1, 2, 3, step behind. One more, 1, 2, freeze. Then we would walk towards each other, we'd go step behind step, step behind step. And we'd grab hold of our partner and off we go down the line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now how are we going to do this without travelling?
We need a
Because we
bigger
haven't got room to
ballroom.
travel. Sorry?
We need a bigger ballroom.
We need a bigger ballroom. Somebody got a bigger ballroom they can lend us just for tonight, for
Just
tonight's
now,
show.
Right now.
Yes, for tonight's show.
We're
Okay,
just
well,
going to
let's
make
do.
it small.
Yeah, let's make it small. So we're going to go step behind, step, step behind. Look, we're not travelling anywhere now, but we got the idea. Step. So should we turn around so you can copy us? So we go and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? Thumbs up.
Yes.
Thumbs at the ready.
Thumbs.
And feet at the ready. Let's do it. Stroll time. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3.
Take me by my hand.
1, 2, 3.
And let's go strolling in Wonderland.
next thing, the next section is very important.
Okay.
In this stroll, if you're a 50s teenager, you must be totally expressionless. No smiling, no having fun, just being very nonchalant. So we go. And barely looking at your partner. Occasionally you might glance at them, but barely looking at your partner. That's how they did it back then.
Real cool.
But now we're going to get flash. Are you ready to get flash?
Oh,
Are they ready to get flash, Anna?
Well, they might be, but I'm not ready.
Okay, give us a flash if you're ready. So, we're going to go and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ah, did we get flash or did we get flash?
Nice.
We can add a turn. So exciting.
Single
Right.
or double?
Single or double. So I might, as a leader, I might go 1, 2, 3. I might turn my partner 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or I might even turn myself 1, 2, 3 and continue 1, 2, 3. There's more.
There's more.
Because sometimes, and I think maybe when I watched the clip, I don't think it was intentional. You ready? Let's start again.
I'm ready.
5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh yes, same foot.
Oh.
I actually think they made a mistake, but it looked quite cool.
I thought
so
you
we-
made a
so-
mistake.
yeah, well I did make a mistake. Now I'm doing the same foot as you. So we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, have you got that step? We are going to start. Let's start this side so they can copy us. So we're going to start facing each other, and we're going to do our basic steps. So you choose a side. If you're on your own, put the cat on one side and you're on the other side. And we're going to start with our left foot, and we go.
Or right
1,
foot on
2,
this side?
3, step behind, step, if that's what you want. 2, 3, step behind, step. 1, 2, 3,
Or are we
step
doing
behind, step. 1, 2, freeze. Now, we are couple number 1, so we're going to go first. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, down the line. 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. And if we want to add some fancy bits on, we can. And then the rest of you can join us coming down the line. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. Can you imagine? There are thousands of us watching this show all across the globe, from Germany to Sweden to Clapton-on-Sea. They're everywhere. We are all going to be strolling like the 1950s. It's going to be an absolutely amazing sight to watch. If you were above looking down, you are going to see thousands of people in their respective dance halls doing this step
Strolling.
all at the same time, all strolling. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's gospel.
amazing.
It's amazing. Are you ready?
Swing and sway.
Swing it, sway. You do wonder what I've been drinking today, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering too. Right, here we go. Ready?
Put some music on them.
Put some music on. Let's stroll. Let's start facing each other. 5, 6, here we go.
Come, let's stroll, stroll across the
Oh yeah, no smiling.
Come, let's stroll, stroll across the floor.
Okay, couple more times.
Now turn around, baby. Let's
Are you ready? This time. Now, meet in the middle. Step, step, step. 1,
feel
2,
so
3.
good. Take me by my hand. I feel so good. Take me by my hand. And let's go strolling in Wonderland.
From the top. It's time. Get ready. Last one. Meet in the middle. here we go. Whoa, check that out, the stroll. That hasn't been done since 1953. I remember it well. Now, you've learned to stroll. So when we go to a dance and we're all back dancing again and they play the diamonds and the stroll and they say, everyone stroll, you'll run up, you'll grab, stand opposite your partner and you'll all do this and you'll say, how did you learn the stroll? And you go, well, we watched Swing at Sway during the lockdown and now we know how to stroll.
Yay!
Yeah, indeed.
So a bit slow on that cue.
Yes, thank you. Now, at this point, we'd like to show you some of the classes we've been doing on our membership site. We've got lots of things happening. I've got so much news to tell you. I hardly know where to
It's
start.
going to be a long show.
It's going to be a long show. It's going to be an
I hope you have
exciting
time.
show. I hope you've got time, and I hope it's going to be very exciting. I am quite bubbling over. I am bubbling over with enthusiasm.
Oh yes, 50 stars.
Because we've got real interesting announcements to make, some groundbreaking news to explore, everybody. It's going to be really exciting. It's going to be really exciting. No, okay,
Stick
so
with us.
first thing I did was we did a blues class this week and we taught some of the basic step, tap variations. Now maybe you know this, yeah, maybe you're like, cool, yeah, I can do this, yeah. And so maybe you want to get a little shoulder roll in, yeah, shoulder roll. Or maybe a little shimmy, the hips, or shimmy the shoulders, or maybe add a slide, yeah, slide, yeah, slide, yeah, slide, yeah. We might even do a tap behind, a step, yeah. Now we might get those hips moving. Oh yeah, move those hips maybe. Moving those hips, getting crazy, getting excited. We added a turn. We went a step, touch, step, touch, step, touch. Well, you did that turn, did you? I did this one. Step, touch, step, touch. Let's do it again. Here we go.
One more time.
And step, touch, step, touch, step,
That's
touch,
a good
step,
turn.
touch. That's a good turn. You
We
like
should
that
do
one?
this one, yeah.
Because all of this that we taught, although it's solo blues, can be done with a partner. Because we could be here.
Even the hips.
Slide, a step, touch, slide. We did a heel and toe. A 1, 2, 3, touch, step, touch. 1, 2, 3, touch, step. We added the turn, step, touch, step, touch. What else did we do? We did the hip bump, step, pop, step, pop, step, pop, step, pop, step, pop, step, pop. We had it, of course it's not this fast, because blues is so much slower.
This
That's
is the
why-
speedy
well,
version.
this is the speedy
It's
version.
like YouTube when we put 1.5.
Yeah, this is like the 78 version of blues dancing. And we did all sorts of fun things. So if you want to check that out, check out our blues classes.
On the
In fact,
membership site.
on the membership site. That class isn't actually up yet, but it'll be going up in a day or two.
And it's on
SwingdanceUK.com. Let's check that. SwingdanceUK.
.com.
They knew the answer to that one. Right, so what else have we been up to? What else do we do? So that was our blues class.
That was the blues
We
class.
did actually lots more variations. I've just forgotten them right now.
They come with the music.
They come with the music, yeah. Okay,
It was
so
our last class before the summer break.
oh,
wasn't
that's
it?
what I wanted to. That was the exciting news.
Oh.
Well, I say summer break. You might be taking a break. We're actually not taking a break. But what we're going to be doing
We're
is
taking a break from the live classes.
we're taking a break from the live classes because we are not going to do live classes over July and August. Instead, we're going to be working on our membership site and working on new classes and new material and creating lots of wonderful things to for you to explore later in the year. So you will have lots of new things to check out, and I hope we're going to reinvent ourselves. A new image.
Who are you? You look very businesslike today, Mr. Selmon.
I do not look businesslike. This is my 1950s tie. It's a nice stripy shirt. Stripes are in. I've got my dance shoes on.
You do have
Businesslike.
a dance.
Well, it depends what your business is, really. I'm an undertaker. What about you?
I'm in the business of dancing.
You're in the business of dancing. Well, I think rhythm is our business. So are you ready let's should we go back and talk to the
Yes,
people?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
And I
sure
think
you're
we've got to
up
play some
to.
music. No, I don't know either.
We'll
So,
soon play some music, but let's see who's there and who's saying hello.
right.
Should I start with Facebook or with YouTube, Simon?
You
What do
start with
reckon?
Facebook.
I'll start with Facebook. Right, who do we have? Lindsay in Brighton, who was telling us about the Regent's Dance Hall, and you had a
Yes.
question for Lizzie. Sorry.
Yes.
You said how many people could fit in the Regent's Dance Hall.
Yes.
Now you'll be pleased to know Lizzie has the answer.
Excellent.
And the answer is lots.
Very good. That's what I like
So,
to hear.
Lizzie, I think maybe a little bit more research. No, but that was a good answer. Thomas says the Ulster Pavilion in Hamburg in the 1930s. Swing against Nazis. Interesting. Very.
I bet they had a real history, and
Yeah,
I bet
that
it.
must have a lot of
Yeah,
history.
probably didn't end up too good, but while they were going, they were
But
good.
very interesting, very interesting. We've got Anna and Jeffrey, Andrew, Bernadette, Anne, who likes my shoes. My shoes. That's
What
my
shoes have you
training
got on this
shoes.
week?
They're my trusty
Blairs.
my trusty Blairs that I wear pretty much all the time. They're super comfortable.
Right.
Well, thank you very much. Who do we have on YouTube?
Glenn says.
Hello, Glenn.
No mistake. He was talking about when we commented that I think some of the kids made some mistakes.
Oh.
He said no mistakes, just variations. And
That's what we like to call them.
Katrine gives us a thumbs up. Emma's given us a thumbs up. And Emma, just to let you know, these days we have what's called emojis, so you don't actually need to write the word thumbs up.
But we appreciate the effort. It's
No,
more
we do.
effortful to put.
We do, but I'm into emojis at the moment. I'm using
you?
lots of them. Oh yeah,
Are
I've
you?
been finding. Oh yes,
No.
bag of nuts. No, I've been finding lots of new emojis. The one I like recently, I've been doing the Avengers.
The Avengers.
Yeah, it's like it flashes like 4 or 5 different Avengers. Well, you know, when you're a good team.
Is that what you're doing all day when I'm working? You're playing with emoji, Avengers emojis.
Yes, and
I was wondering why he
like
was
the
quiet.
Strong one. You know, yeah, that's why I'm so quiet. Okay, I think we're going to change the quiet because I know you lot want to dance and we want to dance. And I say, don't knock the rock. Let's dance to Bill Haley because we haven't played Bill Haley for ages. And
Can't top a bit
I
of
know
Bill Haley.
it's sort of rock and roll that swings, if you want my opinion. Are you ready? Let's don't knock the rock. Everybody dance. Are you dancing or are you resting?
I'll dance.
All right. You sure? Or do you want me to dance?
Well, baby, don't do nothing but rock and roll, that's all. You cannot bebop and you cannot swing. Say what you want about a hand of your thing, but don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock. Well, baby, don't do nothing but rock and roll, that's all. Now when my baby's dancing, she's as tall as a clown. If she ever fell, she'd have to fall out of town. Dances in the kitchen with a beat in the hall. Rolling the rock, she's having a ball. Well, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock. Well, my baby don't do nothing but rock and roll, that's all. You want about a handy of those, but don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock. Well, baby, don't do nothing but rock and roll, that's all. You can knock the jive and the funky beat, tripped by those with the ball of your feet, but don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock. Well, my baby, don't do nothing but rock and roll, that's all. When my baby's dancing, she gets really alive. Grabs herself apart, the wrist to find the fine. Swings around the tree like a happy baboon. 2 steps back, closing over the moon. Well, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock, don't knock the rock. Oh, baby, don't do nothing but rock and roll, that's all.
Yeah. Woo! Okay, that woke everybody up. Woke me up.
Ah,
Right, we got
This was
Roberta
happy.
watching. Hello, Roberta, all the way from
hello.
Italy. The
From
Italian
Pescara.
from Pescara, the Italian swing dance artist, and they had a wonderful weekend on this weekend.
Absolutely.
They had classes, they had talks, they had music, lots of live music.
Yes.
We liked the one particularly.
Really enjoyed it.
The gangster and the
Not
Gentlemen Gangsters.
Gentlemen and Gangsters.
Yes.
And they were playing music, but also explaining some of the tricks of the trade, some of the
Yes.
theories behind how they agree to play some of the things in certain styles and how to improvise. That was really, really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't know, is it still up there? Can people
Yes,
check it out
tell
now?
us, tell us,
been-
Roberta, are all these recordings available? Are they on Facebook? Are they somewhere else? Where can people find you?
Yes, right.
We had a good boogie to Laura B as well and
Oh,
her
we
band.
did. We did indeed. We did indeed.
Really
Wonderful Laura B.
enjoyed all this.
Laura.
We have Laura. Hello, Laura.
Laura.
Is joining us.
We're still a
Who
bit
chose
steam powered
dance
here.
over football because I know France is playing tonight, and yet you're here.
Does France have a football team?
Now I don't know anything about football, but I won't be insulted.
Okay. Emma's telling me we're a bit steam powered here, hence no emojis. But Glenn has made up for it with a really cool emoji of a steam train.
Is that a steam train? or
Yes,
just
that's a steam train.
Is it?
Do you want to borrow my glasses?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't have.
You know, people are going to think this is an old people's show. You know.
Oh, Simon,
Like-
the show can start.
The show can start.
Bjorn
is
has
here.
arrived.
Bjorn, fantastic. But Bjorn, you're in the wrong seat. We've got to move you to the to the YouTube.
Well, Bjorn is usually on two scenes actually.
Oh, he's very high tech.
He's very high
Bjorn
tech,
is our
and
high
he's
tech.
showing off with his emojis.
Oh yes, that's some cool emojis. Emma, I want you to out emoji Glenn. I want you to show Glenn up. He's used a steam train, but you can do better, Emma. I know you can. And Glenn says, woo woo. Fantastic. Okay, should we have some Yanks in Britain? We've got to talk about clubs.
What's the show about, Simon?
Tonight's show is about nightclubs and dance halls. Now,
everything we can't do at the moment.
yes, basically. So I thought we'd tell people. So what is a nightclub? So a nightclub was designed for entertainment,
I know we
for
haven't
drinking.
been out for a while, but I'm sure people can remember.
No, they can't. No, they can't. A nightclub was for cocktails, champagne, drinking, and it had a show, and you'd have a little bit of polite dancing. You know, people would dance a little bit, and then the show would come on, and then people would dance, they'd eat something, and then the show would come on, and then there'd be
that's
some,
my kind of evening.
That's your kind of evening. Whereas I'm more of a dance hall person. I go to a dance hall because I want to dance all night. And at dance hall, it wasn't about so much the booze. You might only have a soda bar, you know. Some of them had great soda bars, cream sodas, ice cream soda. Oh, lovely. That's my sort of thing when you go dancing. And so you had a whole different environment. And it was about the people. And it was more about people going dancing rather than being entertained in exactly the same way. So I thought that was interesting. Now, back then, it was live music, no DJs. And they wanted continuous music. So they'd have often two dance floors in the bigger venues. In the bigger venues, they'd have two dance floors so the bands could play one after the other. So at the Savoy Ballroom, as you all know, because you've heard me say this many times, one band would play their finishing song and the next band would be set up and they would take over the song. I guess they'd agree it beforehand. They'd take over the song and they'd continue playing it, and thus the music was continuous. But I was reading the other day about venues that used to have revolving stages. Can you imagine how glamorous that would be?
It's amazing.
A revolving stage, and then the other band would be
you
playing.
mentioned this last week about the UK.
Yes, well, they do in America as well. America has ballrooms as well.
Who started it?
Gosh.
What was the first club who came up with the idea of a revolt? Oh dear.
That's a very good question.
I'm sorry, I'm putting you in trouble.
I did once go to the ballroom at the Twin Towers before it got blown up.
It had a ballroom.
And it had a ballroom. Well, it was a small one, and it had a revolving floor for the dancers.
Oh yeah.
And I've got to tell you, it was so hard to dance. It didn't make me feel sick.
Yeah.
And it was very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How strange to make the,
Yeah,
the
but
dance
it was very. I was very pleased to have gone there. It was
Yeah, something to see, a sight to behold,
A sight
an
to
experience
behold.
to
Well, it
have.
was very high up. You could see a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If you
so
don't have vertigo.
so dance halls, I think we're really going to focus on tonight. You know, nightclubs are fun and must have been amazing to go to. But it's dance halls where the real people went, where the real dancing took place, where the innovation took place, because that's where lots of dances were created. And in Harlem, for example, that's where things like the Charleston and the Lindy Hop would have had its adolescence and would have grown up and matured in those venues, as would dances such as the Balboa on the West Coast, which we're going to come to later. But right now, I think, should we have some more music?
Let's have some more music.
Okay.
And I can see that Emma is
Oh my
stepping
gosh.
up and sending us
Oh,
a range of emojis.
check
quite
those out.
party-like.
Powered
Steve
Fairground
Ball's
Attraction.
Fairground Attraction.
Yeah, that's Emma. Okay, that is actually pretty good. If we were giving away prizes tonight, you would get one.
Well, I think we should give an icon ourselves. That should be our prize.
Oh, Emma said there used to be a cheesy nightclub in Leeds that had a revolving dance floor. Yes, absolutely amazing. More 90s and 30s though, I can imagine. Oh, that's come on, we can do better emojis than that, Anna. Honestly.
Okay, you're in charge. We could, but I didn't want to spend too much.
I can't believe that was your best emoji.
Okay, Simon, you're in charge of prizes.
Okay, so although
And
this.
we've lost Facebook. What's happening? We don't have any news of our watchers on Facebook.
Well,
Send us your best emojis. But Bjorn
do they
has
have
sent
emojis on Facebook?
Yes, Bjorn has sent us some lovely emojis, but he's
I don't
set
know,
the
I
bar
just-
quite high.
He has set the bar quite high with.
What did you send, Simon?
I don't know. I just picked the first couple because
But
they
they're
look
just
different to my
random.
normal ones.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
random. Right, random prize. So it was like pick a mix.
I think we should play music.
I think we should play
I
music.
think we're losing track.
Don't try your jive on me. This is the Yanks in Britain, Danny Polo. So obviously it was quite posh, wasn't he? You know, he used to play polo. Yes, that was Danny Polo and his Swing Stars. And that was a yank over in Britain. Have we had any more emojis coming in?
Not emojis, but we definitely have a seaside flavour tonight. I see Max has joined us from Brighton.
Fantastic. We've got lots of people
I
from
know,
Brighton now,
the
haven't we?
coast is watching.
The coast is. Now, I've got here something very interesting, Anna.
I've noticed
here
your treasure map.
A treasure map. But it's
Okay,
rather...
right. Let's have the tour.
Now, this is a Harlem treasure map, and it was 1932, and it's an illustrated map of Harlem nightlife. Yep. And I have to have my Sherlock Holmes glass.
Do you need the heart as well?
Well, it's elementary, yes. So let me have a look and see. Aha. Aha. We have the old man of Harlem. We've got some drug dealers going on. We've got Bilbo Jangles Robinson tapping up and down the steps. We've got Cab Calloway. And the Cotton Club, Cab Calloway. So the Cotton Club was an interesting one because obviously it was black entertainers for white patrons, and black patrons couldn't really go in, which was a little bit disgusting, really. But there we go.
Yes.
But that was the days back in the Cotton Club.
Yeah.
But they did give a lot of work to a lot of entertainers who built their reputation there, and it gave them a career. So I guess there's always something positive. The Savoy Ballroom, of course, an integrated club, which we like. There's some dancing going on here. Probably Chick Webb doing the Lindy Hop way, playing music. Snake Hips Tucker.
Oh.
Snake Hips Tucker. You know what happened to him?
No.
He used to carry a gun, a little silver-plated gun, because he was always chasing the ladies and getting into trouble. But that's another story. Oh, yes. We got some...
How do you know that? I wonder.
Theatrical grill. We've got the log cabin. Tilly's. Oh, Tilly's deep fried chicken. Don't get chicken and maple syrup, do you? I don't get it.
I love it.
Chicken and maple syrup.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
Fried,
I know. It
fried
sounds
chicken
terrible.
and maple syrup. Sounds terrible. No, it
Actually
doesn't work for me.
amazing. Oh, I love it. With waffles.
With waffles.
Fried chicken, waffles, and maple syrup.
We went to that restaurant, Sylvia's. If you go to Harlem, check out Sylvia's, a very famous restaurant. But my favourite is actually absolutely catfish. My favourite is Mama's Seafood and Salad Bar, because there it's more of a lunchtime place.
I think Glenn anticipated what you were going to say.
Yes.
Wrote about Seafood Mama.
Wow, we've got some serious emojis going on there.
Yes.
So if you're not on YouTube, get on YouTube now and you can see these amazing emojis from Glenn and Emma, who are outshining each other now. I think there's a big competition going on there, isn't there?
There's a bit of competition, yes.
And Facebook emojis, we've only got B on at the moment.
It's shy on the emojis.
Now let's have a look what else we've got on my map. Oh, there's lots more food here.
So
there's the Nicholas brothers.
Who's what are the girls over there?
The chorus girls.
The chorus girls.
Oh, they're like the Diamond Girls, aren't they?
I know.
Do you know about the Diamond Girls? They're Anna's dance troupe, and they're just like a 1930s chorus line.
And do you know we did something very special this week with the Diamond Girls?
Did you?
We did.
What did
you didn't ask me what my week was like. You're not interested. You're just looking at the girls on the map.
Oh, I say. That's a bit daring.
So, for the first time since the 14th of February 2020, the Diamond Girls were performing live to a live audience. Woohoo! I know it was the 14th of February because our last gig was for Valentine's Day. And a rather special venue it was too. But we've been going on ever since, online rehearsing, nice and hard, and filming videos. But we are back out. And we were part of the Big Dance 2021, which was really nice events to be part of.
Lots of kids. It was a family day. It was lovely.
It was a family day. And lots of different schools and troupe performing. And yes.
Do you notice my lovely complexion?
Some of us got a tan.
Yeah. So
others got red.
I was the driver, but I did get to sit out in the sunshine for most of the day. But it didn't seem that sunny because it was cloudy. But I did get quite a suntan.
Back to the weather. Smooth transition.
Okay. What else have we got happening here?
Right.
Yeah, man. That's the Yeah Man Club. I want to go there. Oh gosh, which of these nightclubs? Would you want to go to Club Hotcha?
Small's Paradise.
Small's Paradise.
So it's on. Tell us on what street it is. Can you tell actually? Is it on 7th Avenue and 1
Is it on 7th Avenue?
135?
135th.
Fifth.
Yeah, Small's Paradise. That was the place to go if you were So I was busy looking at the map.
Yes, you were busy, but they can't see. You see, I can see the map, and I can see you, but all they see is a white sheet.
But I was doing my Sherlock Holmes impersonation.
I know, but they couldn't see that because they can only see the sheet.
Elementary, my dear Anna.
Yes,
elementary. Right. Anyway, so that was exciting, and I think in honour of the map, we are going to play Savoy because that was the home of Happy Feet. So are you ready? Savoy.
So
that was
Richard
the club.
is asking which parts of the countries were we on Saturday, and it was Watford. So
Watford.
Greater London.
Oh yes, we are Watford. Here we go.
Savoy.
Savoy, brother Savoy.
Say, look here, Lucky. What's this place uptown that all the hep cats rave about?
Savoy, bacon, Savoy.
Well, tell me, Jack, what's this place like? So I can come up and swing some night.
Savoy,
Where the feet start stomping,
Savoy,
when the band starts romping,
Savoy,
watch the folks start jumping,
Savoy.
then your heart starts thumping. Boy, boy, come on and jump for joy.
We wanna go there.
Where?
Savoy,
Where your feet cause a panic.
Savoy,
Grab a cook or mechanic.
Savoy,
Let yourself go frantic.
Savoy.
While the giant Titanic. Savoy, boy, come on and jump for joy. We wanna go, we wanna go, we wanna go there.
We want to go there.
Now you see, you had wonderful clubs like the Savoy where people would go dancing. But then downtown you had clubs like the Roseland. Now I never got to go to the Savoy, sadly,
No.
because it closed in the 50s, but I did get to go to the Roseland.
Lucky you.
Now the Roseland,
What
when
did it look like? What was it to go into the room?
well, it had changed quite a lot because the original building had burned down and so it had been rebuilt, I think, in the 50s. But they had, the Roseland was originally a whites only ballroom, and they focused on ballroom. They didn't want the hot jazz. But then as the jazz became popular, they had to have bands. And they had people like the Fletcher Henderson Band, they had Louis Armstrong, they had Count Basie, and they did recordings from there. Ella Fitzgerald did recordings. So whilst they didn't have black patrons, they did have black bands.
Black entertainers,
And many
yeah.
years later, in fact, not that many years ago, Frankie Manning was honoured at the Roseland, and they put his shoes in the case where many dancers, famous dancers who had been to the Roseland, they put their shoes in a case like Fred Astaire. and I think they put a pair of his shoes
Oh, very
in
nice.
there as a way of an apology for those times. So that was that was funny.
Yeah.
Yes, that was yes.
So you went in. When would you have gone?
Well, I went to see the Cherry Poppin' Daddies, and I remember there weren't actually. It was the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. It was during the 90s, and we thought this is a band for swing dancing, and the only other two swing dancing there were Marcus Koch and Barbel Kaufer.
Who you talked about in your swing notes recently.
Yes, who I interviewed for my swing notes.
A three-part swing
A
notes.
three-parter.
A three-parter.
And they were the only two, and the four of us there, we made our own jam circle, and we were killing it. We were ripping up the floor, and everyone else was like these new wave kids who couldn't dance.
1950s cool teenagers.
Well, yeah, 1990s cool teenagers, but it was so funny because it was like a pop concert, and people didn't know how to dance. It was in the early days of the revival, but it was quite cool to go there just to say that we'd been there. Funny enough, that was the first half of the evening, and then it turned into a Latin club afterwards. And I did hang around a little bit just to see the change of clientele. And it's very funny as all these trendy swing kids who weren't swing kids at all, as they all left. So you had the Latin dancers arriving.
The late birds.
The late birds, yeah, they started late.
The night birds, I should say.
So the original Roseland could hold about 2,500 dancers.
Wow.
So,
and there were the four of you dancing in it.
And there were the four of us dancing. Well, there were other people standing on the floor.
I know, but you must have had enough space to dance, though.
Well, no, funny enough, we were at the back because all the crowds were at the front to see the band, so we were at the back. But
so tell us how did it look like? I know they've changed a lot, but...
Okay, it still had some of its old glamour, particularly if you went to the loo areas, because they had change rooms.
Yeah, it's funny they keep that because it's got character.
Yeah, that had the character.
Yeah.
When I say the loo area, there was
the powder rooms.
Foyer with the powder rooms, and there was a foyer. Where the bathrooms were, and that had actually an older flavour, as I remember.
Yeah.
So I think the Roseland is still there today.
So Derek is sort of talking about different clubs. The club Hotcha, which we can see on the map.
Yes, that was on our map.
Which has a rather brilliant name.
Know about it?
And
then
now he's just mentioned it. I think he might want to know more about it. If you have anything to say about it.
About the Hotcha.
And he's asking, have you been to Radio City, New York, the home of the Rockettes?
The home of the Rockettes.
We've passed it. I've not been inside. Have you?
I've literally walked into the foyer just to say I've been inside.
You really like foyers.
I do. I walked into the foyer, but I didn't actually see a show there. But I'm just trying to think what I did see.
No, have you been, Derek?
Yes,
have you been inside the Radio City?
But that wasn't a dance hall per se. But that's interesting, Derek. It's funny you should mention that because a lot of the venues that were dance halls were actually other things first. Now, let me just remember. In fact, I may have made a note here. Let me just quickly consult the Oracle.
In the meantime, I have to say, I quite like the sort of challenge that Glenn has started, and I hope that Facebook will step up to the challenge. Glenn started a challenge to write some name of songs with emojis. Well, partly. So I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, we've got Seafood Mama, and we've got Ain't Nobody Here But Us Chickens. So feel free to get inspired by Glenn and tell us your favourite songs with emojis to the rescue.
Fantastic. And like England, a lot of the theatres there were multi-purpose.
Oh, we're back on topic.
Yeah, we're back on topic. They were multi-purpose. Don't distract me, young lady. They were multi-purpose. And many of them were like theatres, turned into cinemas, turned into... I think it was the Alhambra, was it? Was a casino. Oh no, there's Renaissance. Sorry, Renaissance was a casino, was a theatre, and it had all sort of different purposes. And they would have a dance hall as well. The Renaissance, 1927. Frankie Manning attended the Renaissance with his mum around that year, and watching from the balcony, he saw his mother dancing formal ballroom-style dances, doing the Peabody, doing the waltz, doing the foxtrot, and he'd never really seen his mum do that before. Because he'd only been to parties where she was dancing to like slower bluesy music, and it was more rent parties where they were getting a little bit closer to each other. So to see her in this formal floor. And
so what year was that, did you say?
1927.
27. So he would have been 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he said he was the youngest person up there. Probably wasn't even allowed in, to be honest. But he was watching from the balcony, and his mother did bring him down and dance with him, and said, "My gosh, you're too stiff to be a dancer."
It's like Fred Astaire, isn't it?
Yeah.
The old story.
So the Renaissance Ballroom and Casino, yes, that's the one that was a casino, and it had many different purposes. And I just think it's fascinating that some of these buildings were purpose-built, but many of them were
Recycled.
were
Cinemas
recycled,
or,
yeah.
or others.
But they were all glamorous. They all tried to be. They all advertised themselves as the world's most glamorous ballroom. You know, they all wanted
Finest,
to
the world's finest
world's
ballroom.
finest ballroom. They all wanted to be a little bit finer and have something.
Well,
it was escapism. It
It's
was
escapism.
It was when
It's
people
like you
went.
want a night out that's special. That's not like the rest of your day. You want something that feels posher.
Now
That feels like luxury.
I saw this next band
Yes.
at a venue that I went to as well. And this now we're going to California.
Oh,
and it
we're
was
crossing
called-
the country.
We're crossing the country.
We're leaving New York
We
on
have
the choo-choo steam train.
That's it, and we have no bounds. We have no bounds. We are all across the country, and we are going to go to the Palladium.
Oh.
So I went there in 2000 when they
where
had
is the Palladium? Tell us.
It's on Sunset Boulevard, and it's where they had
Yeah,
the
whereabouts?
Camp Hollywood was there in 2000.
Oh, wow.
So California, and it's a huge ballroom. I think they could hold something like 4,000 people. But I would
Tells you
say
how popular dance was. Because
this
nowadays,
band-
if you have a venue for 500 people, it's huge.
yeah.
And they had
Oh,
it
yeah,
for
the back then
thousands.
it was thousands,
It was
thousands.
so popular. It was the pastime.
You know what they say? The best things happen when you're dancing. Quote Bill Elliott.
I think I can dance that one.
It is my lucky
Stars.
stars.
To you, John Campo here. Thank you very much.
Live at the
Bryce
Palladium.
Reynolds.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Cassie Miller.
Yes.
Very seasonal time.
Very seasonal. Now that was live at the Palladium, and a wonderful band, Bill Elliott, and he's now doing lots of shows. He's now actually getting quite a name for himself on Broadway by orchestrating the scores for lots of shows. Now, Anna, I think you've got something interesting to tell us.
Well, I was just, the challenge is going on YouTube. We have lots of swing songs and songs spelled out with some emojis. We've got Your Feet's Too Big. We've got Give Me a Pigfoot and a Bottle of Beer.
Oh, nice.
I like Emma's Watch the Birdie.
Ah, nice. Yes.
That's the next one. You take the next one. So I can't actually see. Buddy Holly and the Ants?
Crickets.
Crickets.
Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
Oh Man.
Oh man.
Oh Man by Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
Yeah. I love Your Feet's Too Big and Give Me a Pigfoot. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Facebook. You've got a lot to catch up on. Now, are you sure we're getting all the messages? Because sometimes we don't get all the messages.
Well, I am on both phones where we've got all the technology and yet we can't see anymore. Live chat overview.
So the thing about the Palladium, are we going back on track? Am I talking about
Right.
Hollywood venues?
We were in California and you talked about the Palladium.
The Palladium, and going there, it was very special. It's a lovely Art Deco building. Yeah. The dance floor is over 11,000 square feet.
That's a lot of feet.
Yes, a lot of feet. A lot of feet.
A lot of squares.
1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. Yeah, that's a lot of squares, and could hold up to 4,000 people. So it was a big place. And there's a famous picture of when it opened, and I think it was Tommy Dorsey and Frank Sinatra did one of their first gigs there.
They were okay, weren't they?
And the place was absolutely mobbed with people. Absolutely amazing picture. Right, amazing. You know what time it is?
It is birthday jam time.
It's birthday jam time.
Is it your birthday today? Is it your anniversary? Is it a special day for you? Let us know and we'll dedicate this next song for you. Or even if you don't tell us, just enjoy the song and receive it.
Oh man, it's Oh Boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes. Yeah, you can't take us anyway, can you? Right.
Katrine says, all these ballroom names mentioned makes me miss Harangue because I'm guessing everything is named after the ballrooms.
Yes. So the Alhambra, the Rendezvous, they used to name the tents with some of the different names, these ballrooms. The Alhambra is actually in New York. And that's where Frankie used to go to learn his trade. As a teenager, he used to skip out of Sunday school and he used to go to a lunchtime dance for kids. And that's where he learned. And they had, when we went to New York, did you go to the Alhambra?
Yeah, I was wondering,
we went there.
We went inside, didn't we? That's where the party was.
Yeah, they had a party there. So I've been there a couple of times now. They've I don't know if it's how it survived through COVID, but anyway, just before COVID, they were making it a ballroom again, and so you're thinking you're in that place where Frankie would have danced as a teenager.
Learn his steps.
Yeah, in the 1930s.
Yeah,
right. Oh, Sue says it was your birthday. Sue, woo! Everyone, happy birthday to Sue.
Happy birthday.
Woo! Right, Sue, this dance is for you. We are going to get jumping at the Savoy, because that's what we do on your birthday, Sue. And then we're going to follow that with a Shim Sham Shimmy. Okay, are you ready? Jumping at the Savoy, birthday jam for Sue. You have to dance with every single leader in the room, and I will try and beat all of those for you, Sue.
Yes, you better have a good dance with Sue, Simon.
Yes.
Oh, a bit more sound.
Shim Sham time! Woo! Everybody Shim Sham.
I wanna learn Shim Sham. Why you wanna? I wanna learn Shim Sham. Why you wanna? I wanna learn Shim Sham. Why you wanna? So I can Shim Sham with you. I gotta learn Shim Sham. Come on over. I gotta learn Shim Sham. Come on over. I gotta learn Shim Sham. Come on over. You're going to Shim Sham school. You're gonna take that step, no to that. They dance it the world around. Learn the swing dance beat, soon as they meet. They get in line and they go to town. I gotta learn Shim Sham. Now you got it. I gotta learn Shim Sham. Now you got it. I gotta learn Shim Sham. Now you got it. You're Shim Shammer too.
From the top.
Happy birthday, Sue.
I hope you're up there dancing away like crazy.
Crazy man, crazy.
Crazy man, crazy. Right, hello Sarah, how are you? Oh, we've got Sarah watching from Southend. You know, we've got all the coast tonight, haven't we?
We do.
We do. Anyone else on the coast?
Oh, let's see the
okay.
seaside. I
So,
wish I could be beside
talk
the
about
sea.
the coast. There's another venue that I went to that was rather splendido.
Oh, is it round?
It was round.
Is it on an island?
It's on an island. It's the world's largest circular ballroom, at least so they say. And I don't disbelieve them because it was huge.
And it was circular.
It was circular. Now, originally, I'll give you a clue.
Yes. Oh, chewing cow.
Close.
Chewing gum. The Wrigley sisters.
Well,
The Wrigley dad.
it was the Wrigley dad who bought part of.
Can you tell we
Katrina.
play charade?
Yes. Yeah. So the Wrigley sisters. Sorry, the Wrigley father, Junior, Wrigley Junior. He bought the Balboa Island, and he made a casino. Not a casino. He made a ballroom where they could dance. But by 1928, it was too small because they'd outgrown it. There were people growing on the island. So Cheryl will know about this because I'm sure you've been to Balboa Island, Cheryl.
Yeah.
She's
Hello from Hawaii.
Hello from
Somebody's
Hawaii.
showing off. Somebody's showing off.
Hawaii.
And we still have. It's still a seaside flavour.
Have you had any? Was it hooky? What was the fish?
Okay. Oh yes,
the fish.
the
The hucky.
hooky.
Yeah, well,
Anyway,
have a piece for us.
You were
Anyway,
telling us.
Yes.
What's the name of this wonderful ballroom?
The Catalina Island Ballroom Casino. I don't know, forget the name actually. But anyway.
So it was a ballroom, it was a casino.
I've just got here, I've just made a note. Let me just look up my notes. Keep talking, Anna, while I look at my notes.
Well, I just remember I've never seen it, I've never been, but when we prepared one of last year's shows a long time ago on Balboa, and we talked a lot about about this, and I researched a little bit some of the pictures from the inside. It's just dreamy.
3,000 dancers.
Funny enough, like the other ballrooms, like the Harlem ballrooms, they had a lot of red, velvety, gold sort of evening flavour.
Oh, this was very different.
From what I remember, it's more of a daytime, it's really bright. It was really a lot of windows,
It's
right?
surrounded by 3/4 of it is surrounded by sea. But what they did was there was an island or something on the way, and they got rid of it. They got rid of the rock that was like obscuring the view. So you got this beautiful view of all the boats. And they put a promenade
capability
around.
brown thing.
Yes, they put a promenade around the outside, so you have a romantic stroll around the outside. It's absolutely
wonderful.
delightful. So, Anna, I'll take you there one day.
Please do.
That's a promise.
I'd love that.
So, it was an amazing ballroom. Do you know it cost $2 million when they built it? But when you think that's in 1929, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of millions.
The original ballroom was called the Sugarloaf Ballroom.
Sugarloaf?
Yeah, I'm sure
Not
maybe.
Quite so classy.
No, that was the Sugarloaf Casino. That was the original one. And then they knocked it down and built this big one. So you're right. The Wrigley sisters were his daughters, and they loved to dance.
Yes.
And they would they would summer. They would summer in Chicago, and they'd winter in California. And they would bring the different dances with them.
Back and forth.
Now,
and the gum.
And the gum. And the chewing. I bet the chewing gum was abundant in those days. We're going to, so it's amazing. And you know, they have another ballroom called the Rendezvous, which we're going to come to after the next song. So I think it's time for a little Artie Shaw.
Artie Shaw. I just want to acknowledge a few of the song charades going on. We've got Tiger Feet, I believe.
Oh, excellent. Tiger Feet, yes.
And we've got, I'm not sure that, no, that's just
that's
a
Happy Birthday Cake.
Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly Me to the Moon. Oh, brilliant.
Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly Me to the Moon, yes.
I think that's birthday greetings. Excellent. More. Keep them coming.
Yeah, we like
coming.
those. We like those.
So what are you playing for us?
I'm going to play the Grabtown Grapple.
Ooh.
So let's have a little grapple at the Grabtown. This is the wonderful Artie Shaw. Such a cool, Artie Shaw was so good for dancing, but he was always a bit sort of artistic and going off in huffs and leaving his bands and leaving them just, at a moment's notice. But
really?
That's what you could do when you're a star. There you go.
So artiste for you.
An artiste. Should we do some bell?
Sure.
Yes,
Music.
yes. That man could play the clarinet
Yeah, he could.
and he could lead a band. Right. So I want to talk about the Rendezvous Ballroom. Now, I never went there. That's the first thing. But I did meet.
How interesting.
I did manage to meet
Fascinating.
Maxi Dorf, who was famous for dancing at the ballroom. He was known as the king of Balboa, and he danced at the ballroom in like 1938. It was an interesting ballroom. It was the late 30s ballroom, and they really were so popular with the kids. I say the kids of the 1930s, and they would crowd in there, especially on summer break. So they spent all day at the beach. They spent all day at the beach
Nice and tanned.
nice and tan, and they spent all evening dancing. But they were so crowded,
life.
they couldn't do big swing outs. That's where the Balboa really developed, and to show that they really wanted dancers, the very first opening day, they had Roy Dameron and his partner dance. Roy Dameron and Choppy Seed dance to open the ballroom. So they really were into dancing. But anyway, it was so crowded with the youngsters back then in the 30s. They had to do this Balboa that was very close, and they couldn't swing out big places. They also organised the Rendezvous Swingaroo there. Yeah,
Rendezvous
the
Swingaroo, what's-
Swingaree.
Oh, Swingaree.
Swingaree. 7 days of pretty much non-stop bands.
Oh, wow.
And live music and dancing,
It's like
and
the,
it was
The
competitions.
intensity of the swing camps.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was like non-stop, 7 days around the clock.
Swingaree.
Swingaree.
That'll be
So
a
we
great
need
name.
another Swingaree, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We just
Yeah.
need a big venue.
We do. We just need a big venue. They could hold, I believe, they could hold around. What was it? Yes, a lot of
Lots.
dancers. But it was named by Look magazine
Look.
the Queen of Swing for the name of the ballroom. It was like nicknamed the Queen of Swing.
Queen of Swing.
So yeah, there you go. So I thought that was interesting.
I think
Anyone
it is as
interested
well.
in the Rendezvous Ballroom has a big history of swing dance out in California. Right.
So we've been to New York, we've been to California. If you know of any other venues in the US, particularly today, maybe where you are as well, let us know. If you've been to any of those ballrooms, tell us your stories.
Yeah, and I see Charlie has joined us. Hello, Charlie, mate. How are you? Been missing our sessions. We did some sessions together. He's a PT, a personal trainer,
Oh,
and
fantastic.
that was pre-lockdown. But I have been working out on my own a little bit, doing my exercises.
You're sweating now? I can imagine.
I'm sweating now. Yes.
He
Okay.
hasn't punched me yet.
Right. No, I hope not.
Well, not
right.
too hard.
Shall we have some more music?
We should.
Now I've got choices.
I
think-
I see a vote coming.
We haven't had any quizzes this week.
No,
Never mind.
no
Never
quizzes,
mind.
no
But-
votes.
No votes.
Luckily, Glenn and Emma are on the ball.
Yes. Okay, I think it's time for Boogie Woogie all night long with Bill Wyman. So we're getting a bit up to date. We're getting a bit trendy.
You might be boogie woogieing.
This is Bill Wyman, no less.
Oh, that's for the young people.
Hey everybody, jump in the pop. I'm crashing this party. Everything is gonna rock. Gonna boogie all night long. I'm balling tonight 'cause tomorrow I may be gone. Yeah, fix me a drink. It's gotta be right. Big jug of glass. I wanna get high on boogie all night long. I'm balling tonight 'cause tomorrow I may be gone. one who knows how to rock. Don't get tired and don't ever stop. Gonna boogie all night long. I'm ballin' tonight 'cause tomorrow I may be gone. I'm gone. Well, hey, bartender, bring me that ride. Don't need no glass 'cause I'm gonna get high. Boogie all night long. I'm ballin' tonight 'cause tomorrow I may be gone. Hey, everybody, come with the bop. Watching this party and we're ready to ride. Gonna boogie all night long. I'm ballin' tonight 'cause tomorrow I may be gone. We're gonna boogie all night long. We're gonna boogie. We're gonna boogie all night long. Let's boogie all night long. I'm ballin' tonight 'cause tomorrow I may be gone. All night long. We're gonna boogie all night long. Let's boogie all night long. We're gonna boogie all night long. Let's boogie all night long. I'm ballin' tonight 'cause tomorrow I may be gone. I'm gone.
Anna, were you leading me there?
Well, you know, you look you're doing fine.
Crazy, man, crazy. So, gosh, there's so much I haven't told you about.
Oh.
So we had the birth of the Balboa, which really took place at the Rendezvous Ballroom. We had lots of other things. Are you going to tell me something, Anna?
Yeah, no. Who's Liam?
Liam?
Liam is writing from Cheryl's account saying, "This is Liam from Hawaii." Cheryl's grandson.
Yes,
Hello,
fantastic.
hello, say
Liam.
aloha.
Aloha,
And that is
indeed.
aloha
So what I want to
meaning-
know is, what dances do they do in Hawaii? Do they do the hula? The hula hula. Do you have to wear a lei? The flowers?
Yes, yeah, I know
Fantastic.
what it is.
Yes. So, yeah, let's all do some aloha. In fact, everyone try this. Let's go fishing in the sea.
It was this one.
Oh,
the
this one,
fish
fishing in the sea. And let's
We
throw
had
the net.
Throwing the net. Well, first you pull the net
Pull the net.
and throw them in the sea.
Throw them in the sea. And then
what do we
a
have?
bit of food. Eating.
Eating.
And
Oh,
And-
that's
and-
all our Hawaiian.
that's all Hawaiian. There was no spearfishing, was there?
No, there wasn't.
Ah, no spearfishing. Okay.
Now, Glenn is either writing "Singing in the Rain" or he is saying that we sing so badly it makes it rain.
Probably the second one.
Probably.
Probably the second one. Singing in the rain. I love that. How do you do singing in the rain?
Sing in rain.
Ah, sing in rain. Fantastic. Next week's show.
Oh, next week's show. Oh, what's the theme?
The theme for next week is we're going to do the hit parade of the, well, I couldn't decide whether to do 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, but that might be a bit too much. So I'm
That's
going to
a long
choose
parade.
I'm going to choose a decade. Maybe let's do the hit parade of the 1930s.
Oh,
I just made that one up now.
okay.
Hit parade of the, I was going to do 30s, 40s, 50s, but let's do the hit parade of the 1930s.
So you don't want to start in order from the 20s?
Well, I don't know. Do you
There's
think
not
we'd
so
drive
much
people off with
20s.
too much
Yeah,
20s?
maybe. Too much
Maybe
20s is a
I'll
bit too
I'll put a
much.
little bit of 20s
We'll do
in there.
20s, too late 20s, 30s, but we'll call it 30s.
I do like a bit of
Black bottom.
No, not but
Well, you do
cane.
like
Cane. What was her name? Cane.
Oh,
Sugar cane. No.
yes,
Betty Cane. No.
yes.
Schoolboy cane. No.
Schoolboy cane.
Yeah, that's what you do with schoolboy. Give them a cane. No. What was
Of
her
course,
name?
I know who you mean.
Boop boop ba-doo.
Boop, boop, be-doo.
What was
Oh,
it?
she's
Somebody tell us what was the
great.
name? Cane. Boop boop ba-doo. Yeah, that probably was. That was the bad singing that you were talking about before. Somebody tell us who was the name of the boop boop ba-doo girl.
Boop, boop, be-doo.
What's her name? Betty. No, not Betty Kane.
Not Betty Kane.
Oh
Kane,
dear,
Kane.
honestly.
Ah.
You know what?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Or
What can
whoever
I say?
finds it gets the biggest prize of the evening.
Yes, that'd be a surprise. Oh, I see another one. Santa
Santa
Claus.
teeth. Santa's teeth?
Santa's teeth? No,
Oh,
we
I
don't
don't get that one.
we don't get the Santa's tooth.
Christmas.
Christmas. Oh, all I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. Oh.
Well, I'm not sure about the beginning of the sentence.
Well, I
Still,
got
I
it.
like the two
I got
front
it.
teeth. Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You got them.
Yes. And Betty Boop. But
No,
who
no,
was
no,
the
that's
singer?
not- Yes.
Who was the singer? Helen Kane.
Helen Kane.
I knew
Oh,
it.
she's brilliant. She's
I knew
brilliant.
it would come to me.
Please do the 20s, says Chandra.
Oh, right.
Okay,
So we've
do we
got
want,
to do the 20s.
well, let's have a vote. Do we want a pure 20s show or do we want 20s to 30s?
Well, we could do 20s and early 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Did they have a hit parade in the 20s?
Well, we can make it.
We can make it. That's
We
true.
can
We
make
can do our
it.
own
Yes,
hit parade.
exactly.
This is the Swing at Sway hit parade. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Right. Okay. So we'll play a
Top
bit
of
of
the Pops.
20s music.
It's the
next
first time I'll be aware of the Top of the Pops.
week. Yes. Ah, dear. Right. Well, sadly, it's coming near the end of the show. So I think I ought to play us out with, I think, a little bit of Bob Crosby.
Oh, Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt.
Ah, nice. Santa
Santa
Baby.
Baby.
Yes.
We're getting a lot of Christmas songs. I'm not sure if you noticed, but it's actually summer. I know, we can't really tell from the weather.
Yeah, but if you have the trip now, you can enjoy it all year round. I bet they're celebrating Christmas
Liam
in Hawaii.
was telling us about the traditional dance in Hawaii.
yes, tell
The
us.
hula is a traditional type of dance dating back over 5,000 years.
5,000
wow.
years. Gosh, that's older than you, Anna.
Just. Its history is long and complicated, and I'm no expert, but it's certainly very interesting. Well, you've taught us something. We didn't know how old it was.
No, and
How
they tell a
fascinating.
story. The movements, I believe, tell a story, such as the fishing and the big lagoon and things. So, Liam, practice it, because next time I see you, I want you to demonstrate it for me.
And we've got Chandra definitely want some 20s. It says want pure 20s.
Pure 20s,
So-
right.
And teach us some of the dances.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
we
we
can
can
do
do
some
that.
20s.
Yes, we can do some
definitely do
20s.
that.
Yes, we
Actually,
like 20s.
you just taught a black bottom. You taught several black bottom classes.
I did.
And are they on the membership site?
Yes.
And can people find them on their own as well? Or not yet?
They will be able to very, very soon. We are
excellent.
going to put some classes up, not on the membership site, that you can just
Yeah, so
sign
you
up
can
to.
you can both, if you want to.
We've got
you-
some up already.
You can sign up to the membership site and have access to some Charleston classes a little bit and some jazz. And we're gonna also put them on Lindy Hop Shop on their own as separate units if you just want the 20s.
lindyhopshop.co.uk, in case anyone wants to check it out. I can't remember which classes we put up there already, but over the next 2 months, this is why you won't be seeing as much of us over the next 2 months, because we will be busy behind the scenes. We will be busy
buzz.
behind the scenes working on the membership site and our website and the online things that we're doing. And I am going to definitely try and do something hybrid. I believe hybrid is the future.
Which means even if we have a live event, but you are in Hawaii and we have a live event in London, you'll still be able to join.
Yes, we don't know how we're going to do it.
No,
We
but
just,
that's the plan.
We've set a dream. I have a dream. We've set a vision, and we are going to create some hybrid events.
Exactly.
So watch out, world. Over the next 2 months, we're going to be organising, planning, plotting, and doing all that. I think, should we have one more song before we go?
Let's have one more song.
Mama's Gone Goodbye.
Oh, Betty Bopp come from the 1930s, and Mae Questel played her voice from 1931 and forward.
Yes, now I believe...
Nice bit of information here. Thank you.
If I believe there was a little bit of a conflict back in the day, because Helen Kane said that they stole her
they
voice,
did,
and they
actually.
used a different actress who must have been that lady to
Well,
play
they
the voice.
certainly took her style.
And they took her style.
Yeah.
And so there was a little bit of
Yeah.
boxing going on, I believe. But there we go. That's
Well,
life doesn't change. So
Showbiz history.
showbiz history. Right. Did I say I was going to play a song?
Yes. Oh, Katrine says hybrid event sounds brilliant.
Fantastic. Let's see what we can do.
Good.
I don't know
Glad you
how.
like
I don't
the
know how
idea.
we're going to do
We'll
it.
work it out. If you've got suggestions, feel free.
Yeah, we can.
We got
if-
some ideas, but we're open to a lot more.
Well, we're actually open to the ideas if anyone knows the technology.
Yes.
But we need some technological experts out there. to help us. What's the Emma say there? What's that
we
one?
got fire bread, fire toast, and
Fire
cool
toast.
tea. Hot bread, hot toast, hot bread, hot cake, and
Hot patootie.
black coffee.
Okay, we'll work on that one.
I have a
whilst we dance
feeling it's
this
something
one.
about toast and coffee or bread and coffee.
Okay,
Hot. I'm not sure.
I'm playing a song. Mama's Gone Goodbye,
Black
Bob Crosby and his
coffee.
orchestra. And this one is actually, I was given this song by my good friend Lance Benishek.
Oh, what lovely song.
Well, Mama's gone goodbye. No use to cry, no use to sigh. For years you dogged me round. Now's the time to let you know what's on my mind. I'm gone away. Don't ask me to stay. Fare thee well. I've been to school, learned a brand new rule. I ain't no fool. I'm gonna get a man to treat me right, one who'll stay home every night. Pretty well, Mama's gone
And that sadly brings us to the end of another Swing at Sway. I can't believe how quickly the evening has gone by. It feels like only yesterday. Right, so thank you ever so much everyone for coming along and joining us and keeping us busy. There's another emoji. What does that one
There's
say?
a couple of things. I wasn't far off with Emma's
Burnt toast and
it's
black
burnt
coffee.
toast. I was close, but I don't know this song.
Yeah.
Actually, so
Burnt toast
I was
and
sort
black
of
coffee.
close.
Stephen, well done, Steve.
So well done, Stephen. And Liam says, if you have the chance, you should listen to some of the older Hawaiian music that's around. I collect
Yes.
78s, and a lot of them are
wow.
Hawaiian. My favourite is Hula Breeze.
How
we must look for
fantastic.
that one.
Yes,
Fantastic.
excellent. 78 is wonderful.
Brilliant. Right, we're getting the pink card
We're getting the
on
pink
Facebook.
card.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to say good night.
Talk about 78s. I think
Or not.
I've got a prize to give away.
Oh,
I've got a 78 coaster to give away to
a set
somebody.
of three.
Well, a set of three. Well, I was going to do 3 prizes, but we'll do it
three
in one if you
prizes.
want.
Well, you have a set of three.
I have a set of 3.
Yes.
They're 78. It's an old 78 that's been made into a coaster.
Yes,
And
the set
we were
of-
thinking we were going to give one away as a prize. I think only.
How
I don't know
can
if we
they
can.
win?
Well, we'll have to post it to them. Well, we'll do a competition next week, maybe.
Yes,
Um,
good idea.
So yes. So be ready for the competition next week because we might have a serious prize. But will we send it abroad, or will it only be sent to the UK?
Oh, we have to send it abroad as well.
Oh, we have to send it abroad.
We'll
Gosh.
have to work it out.
Gosh,
We'll
we have to
work it
talk to
out.
our sponsors.
Yes.
Sponsors for the show. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for, well, you thank us for entertaining you, but we thank you for being here to be entertained, because without you, we wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Yes.
So thank you
and
so
also
much for coming along. We
you know,
appreciate it.
Jumping in and chatting, and it's really lovely to see you all every Monday night. So thank you very much.
Yay.
Bye. Bye, Bernard and
Right.
Stephen, Jennifer.
Everyone, high five.
Good night. Good night. Oh, do you have any music to
Oh, yes.
ease us out?